show you guys is two kinds of air fryers, because I have two air fryers. So, and probably the air fryer that I have is way bigger than what you need in your own home. Except, I could put a disclaimer there. Actually, I only really use this for me and my husband, and we eat the whole load of whatever we put in here. This is a 6-quart air fryer. It's pretty big, it's pretty heavy, but I bought it because I do workshops and cooking classes, and so I always need to be able to make a large batch. They do make 3-quart versions where you can probably make enough of something that you want to eat. So I'm going to take this off of here, and I'm going to turn this around so that I can show you what this looks like. Okay, so you can see it's like this big bulky thing. It has, you know, a menu with a temperature gauge and a time gauge, okay? And it has a basket inside. And I always put a little piece of parchment paper on the bottom so that my stuff doesn't stick, because I have learned that tofu and potato chips and actually anything you put in there will stick to the bottom if you don't do this. But then I got this other air fryer, and this is the Cuisinart air fryer, toaster oven, broiler oven thingy that you can get. It's like a combo unit, and it's pretty expensive. This one was like, I don't know, $59 with a coupon at JCPenney. This one was like $199, maybe a tiny bit less, with a coupon from Bed Bath & Beyond. So, and this one you also cannot put parchment paper in, but then again, nothing has stuck to it, so I didn't need to. I did put parchment paper in and it like set on fire, so do not do that. So this one has all of these other, you know, toast, air fry, bake, broil functions and things like that. This one makes off the rails tofu. I'm just going to tell you the truth. But I actually like to make tortilla chips and kale chips better in my basket air fryer. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make this here. So let me get them in and show you how I do it. Okay, here we go. All right, let me know if you're on the live stream, if you're new to the group, if you're on the replay. Right now, we're live. And let me know who you are so that I can say hi. All right, so, because yesterday we had like about 10 people on. It was really, really fun. So let me show you how I do this. So here you have this giant bag of kale, right? And it's got all of these, you know, thick leafy greens. I'm gonna take a lot out because I want a lot of kale chips, right? And, you know, kale always shrinks down. So there we go. I'm going to fill up my bowl, and you're going to want to take these big pieces off. So you throw that away into the sink. And so we're just going to do that really quick, because those pieces, they don't fry up crispy. They're tough, and they're probably not really what you want. Okay, so you spend about 2 seconds doing that because there's not that many. This is similar to when I did the video massaging kale. So if you have not seen the massaging kale video that I did this year earlier, you can type in the comments hashtag massaging kale, and I will know to tag you in that one. So who here always has a bag of kale available or buys kale in a bunch every single week? Let me know. Donaire, I said kale chips, not kale above. I said kale above. I don't know exactly what you mean. I hope I said kale chips. That's what we're making. But I do make mistakes, so if I made a mistake, I hope that you will forgive me. I am human just like the rest of you. And I do know what it is to struggle with health issues and being overweight, because I am a breast cancer survivor, and that's how I discovered this way of eating. And that's why I help people adopt a whole food, plant-based, no oil way of eating so that they can have serious health gains and serious weight loss that is permanent. That's what we do here in this free group. We have 24/7 community and support for that, and that's what I do in my private weight loss groups. So, all right, so all those thick pieces have been removed. Now here's the easy part. Okay, you guys ready? The ingredients are tamari, right? And you can get gluten-free if you want. You can get low sodium if you want. But the reason I like this is because if you add this, it's very, very savory and tasty, and then you don't even need to add like salt and pepper afterwards because it's already very seasoned. And then we're gonna add some nutritional yeast for a totally cheesy sort of flavor. And then I like to add the cayenne because I like things hot. Now, there's no recipe for this, so pay attention, okay? Carla says, I have a bag of kale. Yay, do you have an air fryer? Because if you do, then you can like make these, you can listen to the replay and make this like right along with me right when we're done. So pay attention, this is what we do, okay? You just sprinkle some on here, sort of like as much as you like. But this has like, look, it's the sprinkle function, not the pouring from the jar function, see? Because you don't want to like, you don't want to soak these. You just want to cover it so that it's like sprinkled on, okay? Then, so then I'm just gonna like mix that up like that, right? I'm gonna rinse my hands, and then I'm gonna do my nutritional yeast, and I put on a nice amount of that so it's like covered. And then here goes my cayenne pepper. I do that very lightly. If you can even see it. I don't even know if you could even see that much cayenne pepper. Did you even see me sprinkle it? I don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna use my hands to quickly fluff that up. And there should not be any of that tamari really sitting on the bottom of your bowl, okay? There should not be a puddle, okay? Then, like I showed before, we're gonna open this up. Here's the basket. I've got some parchment paper on the bottom because in the basket air fryer, I have found that everything sticks to the bottom, but not in the other air fryer I showed. So then, all we're gonna do, hold on, I found another big piece. I'm just gonna take that off. All right, so all we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this into the basket of the air fryer, just like that. And I have a little bit left in my bowl, and I'm just gonna like spill that out into the sink. I'm gonna like fluff this so that it's evenly distributed. You see that? Evenly distributed in the bottom. Now, every one of these devices comes with a manual. And it's a good idea to consult the manual for the timing of these kinds of things because it generally differs from unit to unit. Like this will be different from the other one just because each unit is designed differently. So here's kale chips in here. Of course, everything in this booklet is made with oil, and I would never make anything with oil. So you always want to watch my recipes and my videos so that you have recipes that are oil free because you can't always just leave out the oil and leave out the animal products. You gotta, sometimes it doesn't come out right. So, all right, so this says 390 degrees for 2 to 3 minutes. That's why this is so quick and easy. So let me get this over here so that I can show you. And then I'm saving this bowl because I'm gonna put the kale chips right back in this bowl. Okay, so this way you cut down on more utensils, more plates. I didn't even need a spoon, just hands, nothing, right? So, on the top of this unit, I'm gonna press the on-off button, and then I'm gonna press the temperature, and it says here in the book, for kale chips, it says 390 degrees. So I'm gonna put that up to 390. And then it says 2 to 3 minutes, so then I'm gonna go over to the clock, and I'm gonna go down to 3 minutes, because I'm gonna stand here with you, and we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna test it like after a minute, okay? All right, so you guys ready? You guys wanna see kale chips? Type in the comments, hashtag kale chips, yeah! And then I'll get started, and I'll just wait. I'll just stand here and wait till somebody tells me to get started and press the start button. So, while we are watching these cook, I'll tell you about a lid that you could buy for your Instant Pot. I told you guys about it yesterday, but a lot of you were not on yesterday's live stream, but here you are today. So I'll definitely tell you about that. And then I'll tell you some other fun things that you can make in the air fryer. And then these will be done. It's gonna literally be 3 minutes. All right, so let's see who else is here. Carla says, hello, Queen. Hey, Queen. Diva. Welcome to the Plant Empowered Woman group. Okay, so let's press the button and let's get going. So start. Boom. All right, there it goes. So big question. Do you need an air fryer? And especially if you are starting out on a whole food plant-based way of eating, you definitely do not need an air fryer. And I don't want you to think you have to run out and go buy an air fryer. And the same goes for an Instant Pot. I said the same thing yesterday when we were having this conversation. So you do not need an air fryer. I literally make 4 things in an air fryer. Here's what I make. Oven fries, which I make from baked potatoes, which come out amazingly crispy. I make oven fries. I make tofu in the other air fryer over there that I use as a toaster oven. And I like that one because it doubles as a toaster oven. So, and the other thing I make is tortilla chips, which I like in this air fryer, along with kale chips I like in this air fryer. For some reason, they come out better here. In that one over there, you have to like line them up. That's kind of annoying, right? So, all right, we're like at 2 minutes here. So, so you definitely do not need an air fryer, and you can make oven fries in the oven, and they come out amazing. And I did that for 2 years, 3 years before I got an air fryer. So I don't want you to feel like you must have it, but they are fun for creating these kinds of snacks. And if you are a big chip eater, a basket air fryer like this is almost priceless if you like corn chips the way my husband and I do, because they're oil-free. The only ingredients is corn, water, and lime. You throw them in here, bada bing, bada boom, they're done in about 10 minutes. So, so when you're air frying, the one thing you always have to do is you can't just let it go all the way to the end. You have to stop it in between. So I use the pause button to do that, and you open it up and you shake it and you take a look at it. Look at that bright green, y'all. That means they're cooking, but they are not crisp yet. So then I can just start it back up where it was before, right? And it's gonna keep going. So now yesterday, hey Liz, nice to see you here. You missed the introduction and you missed me showing the 2 different kinds of air fryers that I have, and also how to prepare the kale so simply to go in the air fryer. So when this is done, you might want to watch the replay. So like I said yesterday, there's this cool thing, like if you have an Instant Pot or a multi-cooker that you can buy, it's an air fryer lid for an Instant Pot that turns an Instant Pot into an air fryer, which is pretty cool. That's made by a company called Mealthy. It's called the Mealthy Crisp Lid, M-E-A-L-T-H-Y, Crisp Lid. And they make it for 6-quart and 8-quart 6-quart and 8-quart Instant Pots. Let's see what's going on in here. So these are not crispy yet, right? So I'm gonna turn it back on, right? I'm gonna go back. What was it, 390? And it was 3 minutes, so I'm probably gonna need, I'm just gonna do it again for 3 minutes, and I'm gonna press go, okay? It's nice to see you here, Liz. I love how you guys are just like blasting off with everything that you're learning and all the new things that you're making and how good you guys are feeling. That's just the greatest thing to see. All right, so so the Mealthy Crisp Lid turns your Instant Pot into an air fryer, and that's pretty cool, especially if you don't want another appliance. You see, I've got 2 things here. So that's kind of silly, right? But of course, I run workshops and classes so that I need these things. So the Multi Crisp lid is worth looking into, and it's about $59 on Amazon, I think. And so they make it fits exactly the Instant Pot brand and some other non-Instant Pot brand multi-cookers. So who's here, who was here yesterday that made berry syrup this morning from what we made yesterday? I know I did. I had my syrup, and I made 3-ingredient banana oat waffles and pancakes this morning. It was so easy and so delicious. Oh, let's see what's going on in the air fryer, because you can smell it. So I push the pause button. Oh, they're getting crispy. But look, see how it shrinks so that you almost don't have very much? So that's why you want to have like a big, big bag of it. So you guys noticed that I put in the group yesterday and today, I created an event for our Ultimate Carbs webinar. It's a plant-powered Ultimate Carbs webinar. And it's going to be really fun. I've been cataloging all your questions about carbohydrates. And I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the science of whole food carbs, how they reverse disease, how this contributes to weight loss, how you can eat this way without having to track your carbs, track your portions, track your calories, track nothing, right? So, but you have to register to attend this webinar. It's going to only be in our group, but you have to register to attend. And I'm creating this cool guide / cheat sheet, which is the plant-powered Sauce Boss guide to saucing your carbs, right, for weight loss. So that's going to be awesome. Diana says, I'm excited. Carbohydrates confuse me. Right. After this webinar, you will no longer be confused by carbs. You will just never be confused again. I'm not confused. I'm telling you, I spent 30 years of my adult female life confused by food, guilty about what I was eating, 30 pounds overweight, and when I finished breast cancer treatment, I was 40 pounds overweight. And this way of eating has turned me into this. So if you want to be turned into this, watch the webinar. All right, so here we go. Can you hear that these are done? You hear that noise? Let me know if you hear that crispy noise, right? # crispy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is these are done. This is what they look like. You see how they're a little brown? I'm putting them in my bowl. And by the way, you can save this piece of parchment paper even though it looks dirty. And this is what they look like. Yeah, let's see what they sound like. Let me know if you guys can hear me crunching. So this is for you. If you like salty, tasty, crunchy snacks, and you want them to be fat-free, and you want to eat like a bunch of these, this is for you. What do you guys think? Oh my God. These are # crunch so you could hear me. I'm gonna do it again just for fun. Now, it's actually, it looks like a small bowl, but you could see that I'm gonna be here crunching for a while. The other thing that's cool about this, so in the beginning, Diana, I explained that every air fryer has its own timing table, and each one comes with its own book, and that I would start out consulting the book, which I did, and it said 2 to 3 minutes. As you guys were on the live stream with me, it was actually more like 4 minutes. And I tested it like every 1.5 minutes. You saw me open it. If you rewatch the video, you'll see exactly how long it took. But this took about 4 minutes. Diana says, I will watch. Thank you so much. So here's the other thing that that this does. It is super tasty. Like, soy sauce is salty. I put on some heat with the cayenne pepper. And so this is satisfying like my taste buds. I'm not going to be looking for more salty stuff to crunch on after this. There's going to be no nuts. I'm not going to want anything else. That's why this is such a fun thing to make. And that's why I wanted to show it to you.